Happy 2022, everyone. Well, the procrastination is over. I've decided to go ahead and launch my very own podcast and YouTube channel. And the name of this podcast and YouTube channel will be called Coco's Confessions. And in this podcast and YouTube channel, we will be discussing all things, whether it be spiritual, physical, mental, financial. We will be talking about relationships. We will be talking about business matters. I will be conducting interviews, and we will be having open forums and discussions. I'm looking forward to this podcast and YouTube journey that I'm about to embark on. And I know a few years ago I posted a video about how I was going to start posting more videos, and I just procrastinated regarding this, but I'm not going to procrastinate anymore. I was going to wait until I received my podcast background set up, but I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to go ahead and start posting videos, and then you can watch the set as it grows and how things expand. And I hope you will come along on the journey with me and come along on the ride with me. One of the first topics and subjects that I thought about speaking on is chivalry dead? Do men still open up doors for women? Do men still pull out chairs for women? Do men still get out of the car, walk around and open up the car door for women? Do men still walk on the outside of the sidewalk closest to the street? That is something that I didn't learn about until I was well into my adulthood, that the man should walk on the outside of the sidewalk closest to the street. I had never heard that. Do men do that? Also, do men help women put their coats on? Do men still do these chivalry things? First of all, let me define chivalry. Chivalry is the honorable and polite way a man behaves especially towards a woman. The honorable and polite way that a man behaves, especially towards a woman. And then another question is, do women still want these things? Do women still want men to open up doors and help them with their coat and do all of these things? Has women's lib and has feminism contributed to these behaviors diminishing? Do men not do it anymore because women don't demand or require or ask for it or expect this from a man? Let me know what your thoughts are out there. I'm of the opinion that I hope chivalry is not dead. I hope that men are still out there doing these things for women. And I hope that women are showing their appreciation and love for these types of acts that a man shows toward women. Another subject that I wanted to touch on regarding this is, I was talking to a man, and he was talking about how he was a little frustrated that all of the women that he was talking to, they wanted him to take care of them basically, or pay for all of the dates. And so that's another subject I wanted to find out. How do women feel and how do men feel about this? How many dates should you go on before a woman starts contributing and paying for dates? When should you decide and talk about these things? I'm of the persuasion and opinion that, maybe the men should pay for the first, 6-7 dates or whatever. And then after that, the relationship progresses, then maybe the woman can start or pay for a few dates, especially if it's a date that she suggests, then maybe she should probably treat for that particular date. So what are people doing out there? Are they paying for dates tit for tat, or are the women expecting the man to pay for all of the dates? At what point is it okay for a woman to go ahead and treat a man on a date? Not necessarily start paying for all of the dates, but at what point is it appropriate for a woman to start, treating a man on a date? These are just things that topics that I wanted to touch on. If you want to comment on it, feel free to comment on it. Is chivalry dead? And when should women start treating on dates? And should they continue, or should it just be something periodic, or should it be, every now and then they pay for a date? Let me know how it goes. And I hope that you would join me on this journey, on this podcast journey, or as I embark on just talking about different subjects. Just let me know how you feel. And so that's my confession. I pray that chivalry is not dead. What's your confession? Let me know. Be blessed.